Hello, friends. Avinash. Today we are going to uh, demonstrate how we can create a custom image, and then using that custom image, how we can create a new VM. So the scenario is we have a running VM where there's a boot disk. It will create the image of the boot disk. We can call it custom image, and then using that custom image, we create a new VM. We'll demonstrate it by creating some folder of files and see that once we take the image, then we can basically find whatever the contents we created on the boot disk is available on the new boot disk or on the new VM we have created. So, so we have VM instances already available. So this will just save us time, and then we have a disk created. For example, so let's take as we are focused on the boot disk image for the Windows 1 and Windows 1, we will use for our demo today. So you can take a image of the disk, but they are like a blank disk data, so won't be able to demonstrate because when we try to create the VM using the blank disk, it will just to be able to select it, but there'll be a machine with no operating system of no use. This is the reason we will create the disk image. But before we go on to the disk image, we discussed like we'll put some data on the copy some data and then see after taking the image, the same data is available on the VM. So let's copy this copy and then go art. I had the session open, but I just closed it. So, it's the same IP F3524 connect and copy the password. Yes. So this is where we were demonstrating the D&E drive. Now we go and in the users AVI 12776, I create a new folder, test folder, test. New document, test file, and then add it. Will I be available on the new VM instance? That's the question mark. Let's save the file. So this is more of a use if I don't want to prolong this session in a demo. But this is mostly like I can have like an application server configured on this machine or a web server. And when I take the image, then it's basically same web server configuration and everything will be copied in the image. And when I VM, so those application server and the web server will be available on. That's what the main use of the image so far, but there can be many other uses based on scenario, like what it's so. Uh, uh, but basically, the theory, like whatever we do, configuration on the machine, the same will be available on the new machine. So whatever it can be, like your text file, or you get folders, data folders. For data, definitely the snapshot was the better option. A quick demo, like what we just want to, like if you take the image, then the same thing is available on the new VM we will create using the image file, custom image. So quickly, if you want, like we can configure a web server role based Windows IR server and next, keep it on default. So I've not enabled HTTP, so remotely the access to the web page will not be available, but locally I should be able to browse the page. If you remember, like we talked about taking the image of the VM, and then we have to run the systrap and all those commands to basically remove all the configuration related to IP address and other things. Ready to be used on another VM. So the disk image basically removes that kind of a dependency. So taking the disk image is the better option rather taking the image of a VM. A disk image can be used as like a custom image where the image of the VM were not selected the custom image and we were thinking why it is not available in the custom image list. And we struggled a little bit on that side, but now after bringing the image of a disk, resolve the earlier query, like what will be the custom image, and we were thinking like we can only use the custom image created public one, but now now we know that any image created from the disk can be used as a custom image. Like we can configure application server, web server, and our web server is ready. What select? I need to check it. The web server is selected. Here, okay, so let me just quickly check what's the local IP address is. HTTP and 128.0.5. So the web server is running. Okay, so once it's configured now, what we can do, Let's leave the machine running and then we go to the disk. And now Windows say create image, regional, the image one, source disk, whatever the source is on the Windows, and regional, and rest of the things are default. Okay, so as you can see, like I need to basically stop the machine. Stop the machine, take the image, which what it means, I cannot create a scheduler on the create the image file. Machine should be stopped. Whereas on a snapshot, I can take the snapshot on the running machine. Let's see if it lets me do it. I'm still getting an error. Let me check the VM instance that if it stopped. I'm hoping those two running. Let's try RDP to the machine again. I'm not sure why it didn't stop. But what I can see now, as it struggled to connect to it, then it's stopped now. So let's take the disk and start again, create image. Yeah, we can understand like for the, as we are taking this image, it needs all the configuration, like whatever, so the web server is constantly running, it may be files and the data, so which may basically corrupt the file, allow it. So ultimately, whatever they may created at that instance may not load properly onto the new machine. So let's keep add label if you want. We can say image one, Windows 2 machine. It's optional, but there are loads of image available. From the public and hybrid. So which one is our one? These are public images available to us. I think ours will be the last 200. So let me make it little easier. If I scroll down to the bottom, I should see the image August 12 UTC +1 Windows server. No, this is not ours. Which one is ours? Really? Refresh. Oh yes, coming on the top. I didn't refresh it. So as you can see, like it's still creating the image. Uh, let's see what is happening in the notification. I'm not sure why it is not showing in the notification when I'm the image. But it's taking a little more than a snapshot because it has to copy all the configuration, and then the size is 8.8 gigabyte. Well, you can understand because it has got operating system and all the configuration, so the size definitely is a lot bigger than the snapshot, because the snapshot is only keeping the compressed data. But you can have operating system as well, and the snapshot size is also then I think quite similar to image one. Maybe in another demo, we'll try to take the snapshot of the boot disk and see what happens. And I'll definitely make a video of scenario and see what happens and what is the end result. I'm quite curious about it as well. Okay, so we have got the image one now, and so this part of the we're done. We have got the image file, and now we need to go and create the VM instance using custom image. So create instance. Now we'll call it Windows 3. Region, time, and as soon as we now the custom image. The first project, so you can see like we create the image one, September 1, and then we select the image, 50 gigabyte, and we the into little master machine load it quicker, and the rest of the options are default. We either we can allow HTTP. This time let's say allow HTTP traffic, and allow HTTPS traffic as well, and a Windows 3 machine. So what my expectation from this is the web server I configured, IS server should be straight away available to me, similar to the one we demonstrated in earlier video using the virtual machine image. And we were just trying to explore. I think the taking a virtual machine image may be useful, but it got us more confused, like after running so many settings and then dumping that VM instance. Because once you remove the IP setting and everything, that machine is of no use. So I was also thinking, why in the world we have to do that? Is this a right approach, although it is allowing us to do it? But yeah, there were so many different questions, but really hard to justify any scenario. Maybe in some cases, I don't know, like yet, but in tomorrow, if I come across any scenario where taking the VM image, where I have got multiple disks and all those things, I want like the same exactly configuration, although still in my mind, I cannot justify that reason myself. But going so far, I can probably take the images of the disk or the snapshot of the data disk and then attach it to the new machine I could create. And then my job will be done straight away. So still, that question mark is still in my mind. What is the significance of the VM image? But definitely, if I'll find the better scenario in the real time, create another video and explain the scenario where the virtual machine image can be. But for now, I think the disk image the need more, and it does exactly, and without having to worry about running prep and anything, I can straight away just take the image and create a VM with exact configuration, and my the source machine is also remain intact, which is fully usable and fully working and accessible. I don't have to dump that machine. Friends, yeah, so far our scenario and our mind is basically more inclined towards this, taking the image of the disk. But having said that, does not mean if the Google provider is giving you an option to take the image of video, there may be some which I don't know yet, but I may cover it whenever I'll come across the scenario and bring that topic more input to make basically explain the significance of the image from the VM. Okay, so coming back to the machine now, let's log on to the machine. And first we need to set the password as always. So set the password. Copy it and just close it. Open the RDP, remove desktop, and type in 192.68.200. Liking that number, 200 is a good one. This time it's giving me the right username. So here we go. Let's quickly look at the roles, local servers, HTTP on. Our IS is already configured. Look at the folder. User, we went to 776, and our test folder is also there with the test machine. And I can answer this question, yes. Don't save it. And let's see. Our IIS. So this time I enabled the HTTP. So I should be able to browse it from my local machine. So if I type in HTTP 35.192.68.200, if I'm not wrong. Yes, quite good. 35.192.68.100. Okay, so allow HTTPS. So here we go. So the web server is available. So in here, we can definitely now say, so whatever we have configured on this machine before taking image, after taking image, and then using the image on the new disk, is straight away available on the new VM. Thank you, friends. I hope you liked the today's session. Have a good day. Bye.